Good morning, Angie. Here's your coffee machine. Just gonna quickly do a latte on it. I'll go through my whole procedure. I'll try to speak as little as possible because everyone else is asleep. But I'll teach you the settings that I use. Just warming up the cup. Take out the porta filter. Dry. Using the scale, I'm going to put 18 grams of ground coffee. Four o'clock, 12 o'clock position. Grind size number 4. I'm not exactly sure if grind size number 4 is good for this coffee, but the only way to know if we have the correct grind size is to make a coffee. But just by looking at it, I think it's pretty close. 7.5 grams, so we'll increase to about 2 o'clock. So we want the machine to give us 9 grams every time we grind. You can put it on double, but single is less messy. Okay. That's 17.5. It's pretty close. And just top it up. Perfect. Take out the temper. Make sure you spread it out with your finger or with the temper and then press. You don't want to press on an uneven surface. That's what 18 grams looks like. If you don't have a scale, or if you're in a hurry and you don't want to use the scale, just look at the depth of the tamper when you press. So after I've pressed it down, the depth is about this deep. So when the silver part disappears, that's the right dose. Clean the edges. Okay. I'm gonna empty the cup. Got a hot water spout for Americanos, long blacks, tea bags. I'm going to reset my scale so that we can measure the output as well. We want the output to be double of the input, happening in about 25 seconds. So when I make a coffee, I want to get about double of 18, which is 36. So I want to get 36 grams in about 25 seconds. If that quantity comes out in much more than 25 seconds, then our grind size is too fine, and we need to increase it to make it quicker. And if the coffee takes very short amount of time to come out, then that means our grind size is too large and we need to grind a bit finer to slow it down. But I think we should be close enough. I'm also going to reprogram the button for you to give you the correct amount of coffee. To reprogram, this is how you do it. And then we wait for it to make coffee, and then when we're happy with the volume, we press it again to save. It looks really good. It's around 1 o'clock pressure, which is pretty typical. flow is like nice and smooth. It's coming out of both spouts simultaneously. And we are at 25 seconds right now. We've got a good amount of crema. Just gonna wait for it to drip. That's 38 grams. Let me show you what it looks like. 38 grams. And that's about the amount of coffee 38 grams is. Good amount of crema as well. Just gonna put my phone back. Now we just steam some milk to make this into a latte. I've got my jug here filled about halfway with cold milk. So just making a bit of a mess. You just have to learn the technique if you don't know already. It's all about the angle and the depth. Then when it's too hot to the touch, I'll turn it off. Give it a purge. Stick clean, give it a purge when you're done. And then give it a good wipe with a wet towel. Very important. If you don't purge it, you may get a blockage and burst one of the pipes on the inside, which is never good. And also don't forget to clean the handle. With this setup, with this basket, it's pretty easy to clean. You don't have to knock it too hard. Just take it out. Sometimes it even gets stuck. That's how easy it falls off the handle. Just knock it lightly and it falls. And also give it a rinse. So I would recommend a rinse. Perfect. And if you want to be extra gentle with your machine, or extra generous, just grab a tissue or a towel at the end of the session, or maybe every other day, and just give it a wipe on the grip head. So the shower screen, the rubber seal, the nooks and crannies up here, you want them to be not too full of dirt, just to keep the machine nice and clean, nice and happy. Yeah, that's the latte. and with some practice you can get better at steaming milk, do some latte art. I haven't been able to do any latte art today, but at least it's a good amount of froth. It's a good coffee, I would say. I'm sure you can do better coffees. Yeah, that's the machine. Hope you enjoy. I'll just give it a good wipe after this. It's pretty dirty after the service last night. But yeah, works well. Hope you enjoy. If you have any issues or concerns, please don't hesitate in messaging me. Cheers.